Find what your strengths are in life, what you're passionate about, and just shoot for the stars.
My name is Alex Layman. I'm currently an autism teacher for Hanover County Schools. I knew from a very young age that I wanted to be a teacher. I just loved playing a teacher at home, but I just had dreams of being someone that was there for me. School did not come easy to me. When I was in second grade, I got diagnosed with a learning disability, which made my life a little bit easier in the aspect of I was able to get accommodations to help support me, like longer times on tests, a calculator for doing math multiplication, division, even like adding and subtracting help, read alouds, so I would get audio. And then I was able to get that one-on-one support that I needed.
Once I got into middle school, it was hard just because everything's changing in life, and going from elementary, where they really cater to your needs, to middle, it was really hard because it was like you're stepping out onto unknown. And so I had a teacher in sixth grade tell me that, like, you'll never make it to college. Like, you have a learning disability, you'll never make it, which is hard. And so my mom kept advocating for me. She's my hero. Like, she has got me to where I am today. She advocated for me. She's pushed me to be my authentic self. I couldn't do it without her in my life. She made sure that the teachers advocated for me and that helped me. When I met Miss Jenner in 8th grade, she really laid it out on the table of, what do you need? What do you need here that we can help you with? And that's when we really looked at what I had in place and what I needed. And when we did that, she was like, these were our accommodations that we'll carry with you. I loved high school. I had a lot of supporting teachers, 3 that I can really think of that just really pushed me to be the best that I could be. I did an internship at a Lacey Spring Elementary School, which is a local school where I'm from, and I got to help the PE teacher, and that was really fun because I got to help him with elementary PE, but also they had an adaptive PE, and so I got to experience some of that, which then led me to my college career. One of my teachers was like, have you checked out Bridgewater? And that led me to Bridgewater. It was really hard to get into their teacher ed program. And so I wasn't able to pass some of the tests required to get in. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm going to switch to family consumer science and see if there's an alternative route that I could do, maybe with younger children that aren't quite in school. And so from that point, I was like, all right, well, if I want to go back into teaching, then maybe I can look at it later on in life. And so that's kind of what I did. I graduated from Bridgewater College with a bachelor's degree in family consumer science. After that, I did the work field for a little bit before going back to attend Mary Baldwin University to get my master's degree in applied behavior analysis. I worked at Falks Run Elementary School after-school program for a year. Before then, they offered me to take a one-on-one position for a student at their school. I was then able to transition to a behavior support specialist assistant position for Rockingham County Schools, and I got a job at Mountain View Elementary School, where I spent 5 years working there, helping students. I have a dog. His name's Deacon. He's a therapy dog. I got trained during COVID to go to school with me and my behavior support role at Mountain View to help the students who have behavior concerns. I came to Hanover County Schools this year from Rockingham. I graduated with my master's in May, so I was looking for something else. Found this ACIS program, which stands for Adaptive Curriculum Intensive Support. They have an adaptive curriculum that meets their needs, and so as a teacher, you provide them with whatever their IEP states. So you're working towards the IEP goals and providing them the accommodations that they need to be successful. I'm teaching my students that it's okay to need support and to have to ask for different things. You can do whatever you want to do. You might just have to advocate a little bit harder for what you want. You have to know what you need and know what you want and then push to get that. I had a strong mom who pushed me, and so being a strong teacher to help push the students to what they need and being like, this is what this child needs, what can we do to get it for them? And and then teaching them to say, I need help, or can you teach me this? Like, just being able to push them. I think the aspect of my job that I enjoy the most is just getting to see the kids grow. They come in and they might not know their letters or their letter sounds, but then by the time they leave here, and just seeing them grow, it just melts my heart. So this year I got awarded Washington Henry's Beginning Teacher of the Year award, which is a great honor, being my first year teaching. I definitely would say I was self-conscious younger, but as I got older, I'm like, this is what I need to be successful. And the more I got to talk about it with my college peers, the more I found out that other college peers also receive the same services. I might just not see it. And so it ended up being, I didn't really feel bad. I was fine to tell people, hey, like, you can advocate for yourself. Shoot for the stars, you can do it. And take whatever you have learned in the past. Like for me, I take my accommodations with me everywhere I go. They're right here. And, just use that to your best ability.
The VCU Center on Transition Innovations is funded by the Virginia Department of Education.